Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to TechGig webinars, our endeavor to empower techies. We believe that sharing this knowledge is the key of enhancing our performances and for our growth as professionals. With this principle in mind, TechGig has initiated a series of webinars conducted by industry experts to give a quick insight of various domains. Today's session is first in the ERP system series, and topic for today's webinar is Managing Jobs in ERP. We are delighted to have Mr. Ayan Mukherjee, System Integrity Team Manager, SP Basis at the Linde Group as our guest speaker. Ayan comes with an impressive experience of over 15 years in delivering optimal results and business value via technology solutions and 11 plus years in SAP Basis in security administration. He has extensive experience in SAP Basis in security administration, network administration, infrastructure management, technical consultancy, user support, and enterprise services management. Gentlemen, this presentation will continue for next 45 minutes and will take your questions after the presentation. In the meanwhile, you can post your queries through the chat pane available in the webinar software. Without further ado, I introduce you to our guest speaker, Mr. Ayan.
Yeah, hi, welcome everybody. Welcome here in TechGig to join this webinar. Thanks for your time. This is Ayan Mukherjee and our topic today is specifically managing jobs in ERP. So this is hopefully to make the expectation clear that it's not that technically I'm not going to show you how you actually schedule jobs or specifically how to manage the jobs in ERP, but probably here I would like to look into a specific solution which can actually reduce your cost, optimize the resource utilization across the industry where we have ERP and non-ERP solution operating in a complex landscape for the business. So specifically this area deals with the workload automation for batch jobs, where we look into that if we have around 20 ERP systems, we have around another 10 let's say non-ERP systems, how we can integrate the batch jobs running in all these 30 systems landscape and can be managed single-handedly from a single point of control. So please do ask your questions during the session. In case if I see that question is relevant during that specific time, I will definitely respond to that question, or definitely at the end of the session, I will be happy to take your questions. Thank you. Okay. So when we actually go to the introduction slide, which gives you the which actually gives you about the basic agenda of the topic, that after investing majorly, because when we actually have an ERP landscape in an organization, we invest majorly, and the break-even point is reached maybe after 5 years or maybe after 6 years, we don't know. But managing the ERP software and the infrastructure poses a bigger challenge. The combination of high volume of workloads and user-initiated batch requests can strain even extensive computing processes, making it difficult to comply with SLS. So definitely when we have a complex scenario in the organization with ERP and non-ERP systems, definitely there will be a lot of bad jobs can be running in the system. I have example where we have seen that around 10 to 12,000 jobs running specifically over a period of 3 to 4 days or maybe within a week, and it might go up during the month ends or the yearly closing. So while we have too many things coming up on the jobs, definitely there are a few things which we should actually keep into our mind. The specific issues which we can see here is specifically bad jobs normally frequently overrun their specified window. Secondly, it is difficult to predict when an overnight job will actually finish. So probably see today the job takes 30 minutes to actually complete. Probably tomorrow during there might be some closing going on, some high load in the system. That job takes 2 hours to complete. So it is very difficult to predict. It depends on the system resources. And definitely you have your IT staff who is often called to deal with this production processing failures, and mostly it happens definitely during the peak times, peak closing periods, and whenever you have a high amount of business transactions going into the ERP systems. So we have other key issues as well in the next slide, which will actually come up shortly. So specifically the same thing which I just told you, there will be periodic spikes in the workload, such as during month-end closing, slow performance and result in failure to actually meet the SLAs. Again, the ERP application are not well integrated with the non-ERP application, making it difficult to automate processing across the enterprise. This is actually very, very important part here. We have seen that the ERP applications might be generating some file, and probably one of your non-ERP application picking up that file, processing it into a flat file, and probably sending into some other interfaces in some other company, maybe for an invoicing purpose, or suppose you are billing to the customer, probably that customer billing information should supposed to go to the bank from where the payments are generated automatically based on certain interfaces and connection. Probably you see that the ERP job is successful, but probably the non-ERP job is not picking up the file, and probably the half of the file has reached the bank, which what happens? Actually, we have inconsistency in data, and probably the IT staff will be actually spending a lot of time in actually checking the jobs, and definitely the ERP workload. And probably it also sometimes it also happens, we have seen in our practical experience that we suppose there is a bank mandate or it's a government mandate that you need to change the specific price of certain things or certain consumables maybe, and that should be effective specifically on a certain date or a certain time. And if you are not able to send the file to the bank or maybe to a government authority who are waiting for the file, probably you will not be able to bill your customers. So this is a very, very practical problem which happens. And in these cases, definitely there can be a job failure in your ERP application, there can be a job failure in a non-ERP application, and there can be a connectivity issue with your interface as well. So you don't know where to actually look for it. So probably you first try to attack the problem in the ERP. You take out the jobs, what are the dependent jobs, where actually it failed, where is the file. Then probably somebody else has to look into a non-ERP application, and you have to look, okay, it is okay from their end, probably the job has not failed there, but the file may have not reached. So these are the things we actually face typically in case of a complex landscape, complex business landscape where there's a lot of online transactions happening. So what is our challenge here? Specifically, if we consolidate into one word,